vehicles, about the fire, the engines, the ladders, and an assessment was made about how old the cars are, the chassis, the how old they are, what's this life expectancy, how many miles. We did that. So my question, I guess, I can ask today, and right now Councilman Costello said that, we need to look at that and where we are. Okay, that's something that we have done already. So I guess my question, because you ordered it when you first got here, so we had the report come forward, fire provided how many trucks they have, what's the mileage on it, the replacement, because I think it came about when we purchased so many trucks at one time, and it became a discussion. And so my question, I guess, just to deviate from what Councilman Costello said was, what have we done when the report came out previously? Okay, we know how many trucks are out there, we know the mileage, so what is the plans that the directors or the administration have provided in replacing or moving forward? Because this is something that we have done. And with the assessment piece about, that's not a particular item about buildings, so I'm not going to go there, but I just think that we need to find out what you have ordered in previous years about the survey assessment of all the vehicles in the city of Houston and what we've done. My question is, where is the plan on replacement of those vehicles? Because we're supposed to do it in a scheduled way when they met their mileage qualification. Because one thing that I noticed as well is that, especially with fire, and it's just my assessment, is that once we went into all hazards, there's a more need for the trucks going out, especially to be first on the scene. There's an increased need because now gas probably have increased because we're going back and forth, we're going more. The vehicles are going into the shop more, and I would like to see an assessment or an audit of how long these vehicles are staying, because in one of my fire stations, one vehicle stayed in the maintenance for almost 2 months. And so, I think we should just look at what you have already done to see how do we move forward, or do we go out and create another assessment when it was something that you have already ordered and we have already received.
Okay, Councilmember, I certainly wasn't suggesting that we do another assessment. We, for the first time in certainly my memory, actually have the data on what the condition of the fleet and the facilities are. As you recall, though, the next step, we're in the midst of a recession, we had to fix this problem with no additional money, and we were cutting spending. Among the steps we took, we consolidated fleet. Director Hoagland can tell you exactly every vehicle we have, what its proper maintenance schedule is. You will find, and I'm be happy to have him go to fiscal affairs and make a full fleet presentation. You'll be happy to find that our time in shop has significantly decreased. We're operating more efficiently on the repair and maintenance side, but we haven't made the capital expenditures yet to refresh the whole fleet. And it's a step-by-step process. Again, council members want more detail, we'll be happy to bring it.
And I think there will be something, if I may ask Councilman Costello to do that, because it's been almost a couple of years now, and so there hasn't been anything brought up. And I can say for fleet of being, really responsive, to our needs. I know Chief Ken is out there. I think I bugged her so many times about, when is a vehicle going to return to the station, when is a vehicle going to return to the station, and why? Because it has gotten so bad in fire, is that when they needed a reserve vehicle, there wasn't one available. Because that's just, I'm just saying, it is an
I
issue.
would dispute that. And again, if you, I know, I'd say that deliberately. I'm happy to have Mr. Hoagland come in and talk about how fast we turn around the vehicle.
No, now it is, not to set a dispute or an argument. I'm just saying in the past. I'm not saying right now. I'm not saying today. So that's why I said in the past, there hasn't been one available. So he did respond, and if you let me complete what I was going to say, then you have to interject and say by disputing.
Sorry,
so one of the things that was a problem, to just go back what Councilman Costello was saying, it has been a problem. It has been a long-going problem. And so the question was, there was a time that you did not have reserves. And how I know that? Because I visited every last one of my stations, drove them, and I know what the concerns were, and I know what the firefighters were saying. And the reason why I'm saying that is Chief Ken is here, because she know every time I would call. So there was a problem. And now since we know that, moving forward, how do we continue to address that with the money amount that Costello was saying about to get to that point where we don't have those problems anymore? So not to, to say anything about Mr. Hogan, but I'm just saying there has been a problem when there wasn't any reserve vehicles available because they stayed in maintenance for a very long time. Now that is a fact.
Yes, ma'am. but it is not a fact today. And that's what I was, so we keep looking back to, we have a different problem today, and that's really what I'd like us to focus on, and that is, we have not committed sufficient funds to a regular fleet refresh. We cannot do it in the way that's done in the past, where we waited until everything broke, we went out and bought all new vehicles,
Right.
and so you have this peak that falls off. We have to hit a baseline replacement level and buy that every year, and these are priority discussions we're gonna have as the budget comes forward, because money goes to fleet, money goes to facilities, and it's all, these other things cannot be funded, but that is the purpose of.
And I agree, that's why I was saying those are problems that we've had in the past on why we really have to reflect on this, because of that issue has occurred about vehicles were not available because of the maintenance that was needed.
Yes, ma'am. Further discussion on item 5. Moving to a vote. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Okay, item 5A, is there a motion?
Move.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Item 6, is there a motion?
Move.
Second.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed,
No.
item carries. Councilmember Brown voting no.
Item 7 is an ordinance, just need a vote.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed,
No.
item carries. Councilmember Brown voting no.
Item 7A, is there a motion?
Move.
Second.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed,
No.
item carries. Councilmember Brown voting no.